Hello everybody, welcome to our channel Electrical Technology and Industrial Practice. So today as you can see that our topic is SLD of HT switchboard. Okay, so in this video we will be discussing that how we can construct the SLD of a HT high voltage switchboard. So let's begin the video. Now, what is the purpose of HT switchboard? Very simple, to receive HT power, to receive electrical power at HT level, high voltage level, and to distribute that power further as per the requirement. So this is the requirement of our HT switchboard. Now, if there is any HT drive, HT motor, capacitor, we can also connect that to the switchboard. So in this video, we will be seeing that how we can draw the single line diagram of a HT switchboard having number 1 2 incomer, number 2 is 1 bus coupler, number 3 is 2 transformer feeder, and number 4 is 2 motor feeder. Okay, so our consideration is that we will have the following number of outgoing feeder in our HT switchboard, and we will be designing the single line diagram as per that. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. So we had 2 incomer and 1 bus coupler. That means we had 2 bus section in the switchboard switch gear. Okay, we had 2 bus section in the switchboard. So let's say this is the bus section 1 and this is the bus section 2. Okay, or bus A or bus B, you can nomenclate also like that. So here there are 1 incomer. So this is 1 incomer and this is the second incomer. Okay, now I have shown the breaker. These are VCB. For HT switchboard we need to use VCB. Okay, vacuum circuit breaker. Now I have shown here this as a cross marked, but in generally the VCBs are represented like this way. The VCBs are draw out type, so symbol of draw out is something like this. So this is the symbol of draw out. Okay, and inside that we can represent the breaker like this way. So this is one way of representing the breaker, or we can also represent the breaker like this way. So this is the breaker portion like a square, and this is the draw out. Okay, so here I will show the breaker in cross, but in actual you will find something representation something like that. Okay, so now we have got two incomers. So this is VCB, these two are incomers. Say this is incomer 1, IC1, and this is incomer 2. Okay, so now we need to make a bus coupler. So here there will be the bus coupler. Now bus coupler you can represent like this way. So this is the breaker and this is the bus riser. Okay, so this representation what I have shown in this drawing, this representation you will be able to understand the GA if you draw the bus section like this. Okay, because all the breakers are vertically isolated. Breakers are installed vertically and they isolate vertically. So see, here I have drawn the breaker vertically, and then the bus bar is coming down, going horizontally and again rising. So this is the bus riser and it is connected to the other bus section. Okay, so this is as per the GA. This representation is as per the GA. You will also find representation like this. This doesn't as per the GA, but this is also a popular representation. Okay, very simplified representation. This is incomer 1, incomer 2, and this is bus coupler. But in actual, if you keep the GA concept in mind, then you have to understand this arrangement. Okay, now let us draw the outgoing feeder. So what I have said, I will have two transformer feeder. So let me connect one transformer feeder here. So this is one transformer feeder. So from there will be the transformer connected. Okay, so this is the transformer feeder 1, this is transformer feeder 2. Then what I have said, that I will have two motor feeder. So here there is the motor feeder 1. Say this is the motor feeder, this is motor feeder 1, and this is the motor feeder 2. This is motor feeder 2. Okay, now all this will be VCB. Now remember that the minimum rating of VCB available in the market is 630 ampere. So you cannot use VCB less than 630 ampere. You have to select VCB either 630 ampere or higher size. Okay. And now the bus coupler and incomer you have to also select as per the rating. Now suppose say this is 4 megawatt. These motors are 4 megawatt each. Okay. Say this is working and this is a 4 megawatt standby. Okay. 4 megawatt, and this is a 2.5 MVA. This is also 2.5 MVA. So what will be the rating? You can use 630 ampere in each case. For this two transformer you can use 630 ampere. So what is the current for 2.5 MVA at 11 kV? That is 2500 by 1.732 into 11, right? So what is the value of that? So this is around 131 ampere. Okay, so 630 ampere VCB is adequate. And now what will be the rating for this motor feeder? This will be 4 megawatt, that means 4000 kilowatt by 1.732 into 11 into there is a power factor say 0.8 and efficiency say 0.85. Okay, so what will be the value? Let me check. So it is coming around 309 ampere. So here also 630 ampere is adequate. So we can select the bus coupler and incomer as 1250 ampere or 800 ampere. Many organization has their standard. Some companies doesn't makes a standard for the minimum rating of 1250 ampere. So you can check that as per the requirement. Okay. So now this is the basic of the basic power system. Power feeders are designed. Okay, now we have to consider spare feeder. So this is 2.5 MVA. There is a standby, so we can consider a spare feeder, the spare transformer feeder here. This is say spare trafo feeder, and we can consider a spare motor feeder here. Okay, so this is a spare motor feeder. Now what is the concept of the spare motor feeder? This feeder is completely equipped. That means all the metering, protection, relay, whatever is there shall be present in the cubicle. Okay. So this is the basic principle, basic representation of a switchboard. Now when you are drawing the switchboard, you need to enclose this because this comes under a panel, a vertical. So this should be enclosed. Okay. If you don't enclose this will not make any meaning. I am not showing the metering and protection here because there isn't adequate space. I will make separate video for that. And you can also consider, say suppose this is the motor feeder, so whatever motor protection I have shown in my previous video, so you can consider those protection here also. For transformer protection, whatever metering protection I have shown here, you will use this transformer protection. Similarly here also through a CT you will give these protections, and there will be another CT which will give you the meters like ammeter, MFM, okay, etc. So this will be connected here. So this is how the SLD is represented. Now apart from this you need to consider the PT also. So there will be a line PT here. So one line PT here which is above the breaker. Another line PT will be connected here, and there will be two number of bus PT. So you can show one bus PT here. This is one bus PT, and the other bus PT will be connected to the riser panel. Okay, this is the general practice that this riser panel, since it has no other switching equipment, so the other bus PT is connected to the riser panel. That is why it is also called BRPT, bus riser PT. If you see the schematic, you will find this PT as bus riser PT. This is called bus PT, BPT, and this PT is called bus riser PT, BRPT. Okay, and this motor feeders will have surge arrestor. Okay, remember that when you are drawing SLD of HT switchboard, don't forget to give the surge arrestor to the motor feeders. Okay, So here there will be a surge arrestor. I do not have adequate space to draw that. I am showing it here. So here you need to connect a surge arrestor, and here also you need to connect a surge arrestor. Okay. Let me draw it freshly here. So if this is the bus bar, this is the breaker. Here this is the motor feeder. So this will be your metering city. This for meters. This will be your protection city. This is a city spare. This is a CBCT. And at this point you need to connect a surge arrestor. Okay. And if the transformers are dry type transformers, if these are shear DT, that is cast resin dry type transformer, then this transformer feeder also have the surge arresters. Remember that. If these are oil type transformer, then you don't need to consider surge arrestor for that. But if these are dry type transformer, you have to consider surge arrestor for that also. So hope you have enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed, please like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to get the latest notifications of the videos. Thank you very much for watching the video.